Hi students, today we are going to present yet another important topic, namely the relations between two individuals, which is very important from the point of view of Central University Entrance Test Quantitative Aptitude section. We will be discussing a question along with a specific strategy called backtracking for doing such questions in 5 to 10 seconds, along with a useful chart of relationships which will help us to speed up the whole process of solving such questions. Also, we have provided many such questions along with the mock test, free mock test, which is available in our website www.icainternational.in. So try to do as much questions as possible as part of your mock test to get better confidence for the exam. Okay, without wasting much time, we will get back to the questions and the strategy. Okay, so coming to the question. The question goes like this. Pointing to a man in a photograph, a woman said, "His brother's father is the only son of my grandfather." His brother's father is the only son of my grandfather. And the question is, how is the woman related to the man in the photograph? And you are provided with a number of options: mother, aunt, sister, and daughter. So for dealing with such questions, our strategy is called backtracking, in which we start with the last relation provided in the sentence and move backward one by one. Okay. And also we use a chart of useful relations provided here to help us to speed up the whole process. So it is called backtracking. In backtracking, we start with the very last relation provided in the sentence. Here the sentence is this. So the last relation is only son of my grandfather. So before going to the solution of that question, let us come to the useful chart. Mother's or father's son means brother. Most of this will be familiar to you, but some of them can be tricky. So be careful. Mother's or father's son means brother. All of us know. Mother's or father's daughter means sister. Mother's or father's brother is uncle. Mother's or father's sister is aunt. Mother's or father's mother means grandmother. Mother's or father's father means grandfather. All these are simple relations, very familiar to us. But now comes the tricky part. Suppose the question involves a sentence like this: grandfather's or grandmother's only son. Beware of this word, only. Grandfather's or grandmother's only son means one's father. Okay. Only son. Grandfather's or grandmother's only son means father. But if it is like this, grandfather's or grandmother's son without the word only, then it can be either father or uncle. Means father's brother. Okay. So, if only word is there, then it is father. If the only word is absent, then it is either father or uncle. That means father's brother. Then grandfather's or grandmother's only daughter-in-law. Here grandfather or grandmother means paternal, father's side. Okay. Grandfather's or grandmother's only daughter-in-law is mother. So only son, father, only daughter-in-law, mother. Now son's wife is daughter-in-law, daughter's husband is son-in-law, husband's or wife's brother is brother-in-law. All these are familiar. Husband's or wife's sister is sister-in-law. Brother's son is nephew. Brother's daughter is niece. Uncle or aunt's son or daughter is cousin. Uncle or aunt's son or daughter means cousin. Sister's husband means brother-in-law, and brother's wife means sister-in-law. So most of these relations are very familiar to us, except for some tricky ones. Anyhow, we have provided the whole chart here for your reference. Now we will get back to the problem. So I will read the problem once again. Pointing to a man in a photograph, a woman said. So a woman is standing there and pointing to a man in a photograph. In a photograph there is a man, and pointing to him, that woman says, his brother's father is the only son of my grandfather. So brother's father is one part of the relation, and the only son of my grandfather. This is the last relation given in the statement. So in our strategy, it is called backtracking. We start with the last relation. And move backwards. So what is the relations here? Brother's father is first relation. Only son of my grandfather is the last relation. So we start with the last relation. Only son of my grandfather. Grandfather's only son means father. So only son of my grandfather. So the meaning of the whole thing is my father. Okay. Only son of my grandfather. So you can replace the whole underlying statement by my father. Okay. Now going back. His brother's father is my father. His brother's father is replacing the whole thing by my father. His brother. The statement becomes his brother's father is my father. His brother's father is my father. So his brother's father is my father means his brother is my brother. Means his brother is that woman's brother. So he is also woman's brother. He is the man on the photograph is also that woman's brother. So the question is, how is the woman related to the man in the photograph? The man in the photograph is brother of the woman. Okay. So who will be woman to that man? That woman will be his sister. So the answer is sister. I will repeat again. So there is a man in a photograph, pointing to that man in that photograph. The woman says that his brother's father is the only son of my grandfather. The only son of my grandfather. Then the question is, then how is that woman related to the man in that photograph? How is that woman? Who is that woman to that man in the photograph? So for decoding the whole thing, we start with, as per our strategy called backtracking, we start with the last of the relation given in that statement. This is the statement. His brother's father is the only son of my grandfather. So this is that sentence or the statement said by the woman. So what is the last relation there? First relation is brother's father. The last question is only son of my grandfather. Only son. Only son of my grandfather. Grandfather's only son means father. So only son of my grandfather means my father. So this underlined part can be replaced by my father. So the whole thing now becomes his brother's father is my father. His brother's father is my father. His brother's father. His brother's father is his father itself. So his father is my father. That woman says, pointing to the man, that his father is my father. So the woman must be his sister. So the answer is sister.